This is my review for Terrifier 3. The first Terrifier film that I've seen, this just happened just a couple days ago, something like that. 72 hours ago, something like that. I started with Terrifier number 2. That was the first Terrifier film that I watched because every time I reached out to fans, they'd be like, hey, you should watch this. You should watch this franchise. And also, hey, the first film sucks, kinda. But you should watch it. You should check it out. So that kind of scared me. So I watched Terrifier 2, and then I saw the third one yesterday. Now, Terrifier 2, I loved it. There's all this hubbub about it might be too long. The runtime. I loved the second one. I was so interested in the lore, the world building, this strange mythos, like with the sword, right? That they were building in the second film. And I loved all the technical details. And, you know, while the violence, it was extreme, there felt a sense of delight sprinkled on top somewhere. It was a fun time. Extreme, but a fun time. We get to this third one, and so the second film, I gave a 9 out of 10 to the second one, right? I'm not sure how to rate the third one. That is not a compliment. That's a huge negative. I think that the third film is a step down from the second film. Yeah, I regret watching the third film. Okay, I think I'm done with these Terrifier movies. Damien Leone, I think that's the director. I think. Apologies if I'm wrong. I believe he stated that there's 2 more Terrifier films and then that's it. No! oh no! No! This is not a psychologically safe or sound idea. No. You should not go see Terrifier 3. This is a form. I felt violated. I felt abused when the third film ended. Again, with the second film, I'm loving all the technical details. I'm curious about our reoccurring characters. There seems to be an attempt to make this grand, dense story that feels almost Hellraiser-ish, you know, Clive Barker-ish. And, you know, now that Art the Clown has his female accomplice who is so creepy, my God! She continues to help him in the third film. I'm assuming that by the time we get to Terrifier 5, there's going to be a whole demon roster with, you know, Art in the middle doing demonic stuff like that. But I don't know what I was thinking after the second one. I guess after the second one, I was like, oh yeah, there was so much world building in the second one. We're going to answer a lot. We're going to answer a lot of those questions. We're going to continue to build from that. And none of that happened. It's almost as if in the third film, the director was like, ha! All those questions that I raised, all that lore, forget about it. We're gonna up the ante with the demented. We're gonna up the ante with the violence. We're gonna up the ante with making it even more depraved and even more sick and even more disgusting. And I don't think that's the route we should have went. That's not. it's oh my God, it's as if it forgot the second film, and it's just sick. It's just evil. I mean, outside of the violence and the horrifyingly nightmarish, disturbing imagery being worsened, it's almost as if the story or plot is non-existent in this one. It's so weird that the second one was equivalent to, I know we're long, but look at the story and all the crazy stuff happening there. There's no story in the third film. The third film is catering to Christmas holiday themes, and it's like my brother in Christ. Christmas is not near. Well, Thanksgiving is near. Bro, this one just was not it, bro. This was not fun. This was too far. For me to be saying this is insane, okay? Ichi the Killer, Audition. I don't know. I probably watched the first Godfather when I was 8 years old. I watched The Exorcist probably before I was 11. Campbell Holocaust. I've seen too many bad things when I was young. Okay, I know what extreme horror is. I've watched extreme horror films. I've seen some crazy. I've seen some crazy. Okay, I've seen all kinds of crazy horror. I've seen some crazy films. Okay, insane. All right, for God's sakes, I have a magazine somewhere. I used to be subscribed to Fangoria, the magazine. I don't think I have a copy laying around, sadly. I don't know where they all are. But either way, I used to be subscribed to Fangoria. Is this it over here? No, I can't find it. But I used to be subscribed to Fangoria magazine. Shout out to them. Got a lot of love for them. They have an issue around. I can't use that name anymore. I have an issue around Elliott Page's Hard Candy. Love Fangoria. Anyways, I'm used to extreme stuff. Okay, this is somehow a step. I mean, children are being murdered. Okay, and admittedly, it happens off screen or is heavily implied. For example, there's one scene where a child is getting murdered, and you can hear this child just getting bloodied again and again and again. There is having a dark sense of humor is hard. There is one scene where this little kid, he's opening a present, and he says something like, "Ooh, I got a present for me." What happened next was, woo boy, bro, this new female accomplice of his is she creeps me out so bad. Like, there's the little girl. I feel like these new members are almost more creepier than Art himself. Oh my god! There's so many scenes that I just can't. There's this guy who dressed up as Santa Claus, and what happens to him? He's strapped to a chair, and he's begging for his life, and he's like, "I got a family, I got kids," you know. And what happens to that man? Even to a rat, Never mind the people. There was a death of a rat that literally it's brain damage. This film gave me brain damage. If the second one promised a dense story and then took it away and just poured on some more depraved stuff, I don't know. Even if I was going to try to rate this, I don't know how I can rate this. It's just evil. It's evil. It's too much. I don't need this in my life. I'm agnostic, and I dead seriously thought maybe I should become a Christian. Like during this movie, like maybe this is my entryway into Christ. Maybe I should give myself over to Jesus because, I mean, at least it's like watching this film and watching this film financially succeed is equivalent to watching. It's like we're enabling a demon for real. I don't believe in demons, but in some way, I genuinely felt Art the Clown and his little demon mistress, they genuinely feel like real demons, not on some movie magic type of thing. This feels nothing like Hollywood. It feels like two genuine king demons, devils. All right? It feels like actual demons are just dancing around, murdering people, getting up. There's the scene with that female demon getting off to Art torturing some person. It's like something broke inside of me. The main character, what's her name? Sienna Shaw. She's basically a really sexy version of what's the old chick's name? Laurie Strode or whatever her name was from Halloween. There's a scene with her tied to a chair, and the things that happened. I just genuinely felt sick inside. I don't know. I don't know when the title sequence came on. When the title sequence came on, and it said Terrifier 3, I imagined a crowd clapping, and I imagined myself being like, "Hey, no, we don't clap for that. He just killed the entire family and a child." Some of the violence and insane nightmare imagery was so overwhelming. I think my brain is trying to black out many of the scenes that happened, even though I just saw it yesterday, because it was just that bad. When I'll even admit to you, who cares after what I just witnessed? My God, you know how in A Clockwork Orange, I do have this. By the way, I still have this issue. By the way, I still have this. It's one of my favorite things, and influenced me as a filmmaker a lot. This list, this magazine, introduced me to A Clockwork Orange. I was like, what's that? What's that mean? Anyway, but this is why I picked this up, because there's a sequence in here. Oh my God in heaven! But this sequence here, this was my introduction into A Clockwork Orange. I was like, whoa, what's that? What is this? What does this mean? Anyways, but this is how I felt watching the movie. I felt like him. Like my eyelids have been peeled open and was forced to stare at this hellish imagery. And it's such a shame that I did not vibe with it at all. At least as of this recording, I don't know how anything could change. I don't know. I don't know. I can't rate it. I don't know. I mean, if I was going to rate it, I don't even know. I don't know. It's just too much. That's not for me. There was some other horror film that's on this channel that I reviewed. I forgot what it was called, but it was basically this film where the main characters were little kids, and there was some killer after them, and that was the movie. And just watching these kids being physically assaulted and tortured, honestly, for like 2 hours. I was just like, I couldn't rate that one. I could not give that one a rating either. It's like, what are we doing here? This isn't. This is not film. This is not entertainment. Okay, this is borderline a snuff film. I feel if you love Terrifier 3 and you're just so jacked for 4 and 5, my G, maybe you should just switch over to snuff films, because literally, what would be the difference? I mean, this is what makes 3 so tragic. It's such a shame that the story takes a dip, because the cinematography is brilliant. I genuinely thought for a moment it was shot entirely on film. The cinematography is amazing. The non-digital, non-CGI blood is thank you, Damien. Okay, thank you. Teach these other filmmakers something, please. So yeah, the makeup is astonishing. The cinematography, 3 thumbs up. The score, I noticed this in the second film. My thine ears was like, hello, what is that? Hello, what is that? Tasty music, gorgeous, lush, evocative sounding music that seems heavily influenced by some synthy, Halloweenish soundtracks from the 80s, from 80s horror, you know. Stranger Things is kind of riding this wave sonically as well. I love that. The actors are chosen well. There's always a couple. If the second film and the third film are any indication, there's definitely a couple, maybe more, where the line deliveries are. You don't act much, do you, bud? Sometimes the line deliveries are a little off, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody is here for an Oscar performance, but you know, Sienna and what was it, Jonathan? They're both fine. I love their characters. They're just intriguing to me, and I just lean into them. So it's probably because of their performances. So shout out to them. I believe Jonathan is the young boy with the glasses, right? Anyway, Jonathan, there are scenes in here. There are scenes with Sienna tied to that chair. I felt sick driving home. I genuinely feel that PTSD or some form of brain damage has occurred to me. I feel abused. I don't think that this is a good film. And the fact that so many people are flooding this movie because of the current market, box office wise, and people are flooding in watching this movie and they have no idea just how genuinely evil this is. I would say don't do it. Don't. I'm saying this as a crazy person that loves A Clockwork Orange. I love funny games. I love the first Saw. This makes those films look like Looney Tunes. Again, this is basically what Nicolas Cage was watching in 8mm. That's what this is. I'm saying no. Never again. Too much. If I have, I don't think I can watch the fourth and fifth one, man. This is literal brain damage, bro. No. I don't vibe with this movie. No. We're done. We're done. I need to go see this. Okay, instead of seeing Terrifier 3, go see this and put some love into your heart and soul. My God.